Welcome to the 8th European Summit of Regions and Cities organized by the Committee of the Regions, the European body that represents local and regional authorities at the EU level. This event is organized every 2 years. Last time we've been in Copenhagen, Denmark, and today and tomorrow we are in Bucharest, Romania, which is holding the presidency of the European Council until July 2019. During this term, a lot is going to be happening. A lot is at stake for the European Union. We're talking about Brexit, we're talking about European elections, we're talking about participation or non-participation of citizens. This summit is a moment for local, regional, national and European leaders to meet and discuss the future of Europe. And we thought, who can best talk about the future if not the future itself? The future class of European politicians, basically. And the committee has invited over 100 European young elected politicians, and today we're going to talk with a couple of them to discuss the future of Europe with them and their hopes and and what they think is a challenge for the future of Europe. So let's introduce our first two young elected politicians, and afterwards we are going to have the chance to talk with two more of them. So please, ladies first.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, Daniela. I'm a YEP and I'm proud of it. YEP for the young elected politicians. I'm Sanne. I come from a town in Flanders, nearby Antwerp, Malle. It's known for the beer, the Westmalle beer. I am there elected with the elections of the 14th of October. Now I work as an alderman there, and in 3 years I will be the first female mayor of my city, and I'm very looking forward to it. But I also work as a member of the Flemish Parliament, and I work on education.
Hi, my name is Adrian. I'm from Spain. I'm from Alicante, that is situated on the surface of Spain. I'm a vice president of the Diputación of Alicante, that is the county council of this part of Spain, and also I'm vice mayor of the city of Renovar, that is situated in that province. And also I work as a teacher now in technology. So I work with young people, and also I'm doing politics with European people for technological projects in our public administration. So this is my main topics.
Okay, great. Both of you work with education, with young people, so I think we're going to have an interesting conversation. I wanted to know about your expectation about this summit, and what have you been doing so far? How has it been until now, until this morning?
Actually, I thought I did subscribe for Temptation Island, but unfortunately it is not. No, I'm in a better place. I'm in Bucharest. It's very nice to be here. I came here with the expectation to meet a lot of other young people, to exchange ideas, to exchange good practices, to know if other politicians, young politicians, have the same problems I'm faced with, and maybe we can share also solutions.
So I work with European projects, so we need stakeholders and other municipalities to work together to prepare projects from the European Union. So the networking is so important for us. So this type of events for us are important. So we work in this type of events to know new people, to know new politicians, to keep touch with them.
I see. I know that you have been part of a project called Dialogue
Yes.
Dialogue Alicante, with a lot of young citizens. If you can tell us a tiny bit about what it's about and what was the outcome of
Yes.
it.
Well, this type is a meeting with a methodology of focus group that we have been doing in the several cities of the province, and several thematics as electronic administration, social networks for politicians, also environment, water, climate change, the most important topics that we know in Europe we are talking. So the main topics that, and also 400 people have been participating in this type of events, and the conclusions, to sum up all the conclusions of these events are that people think that Europe is not near to them. So it's important that the different institutions from European Union doing a new type of communications to because the message, the politics, all the message, all the rules, people don't know the public administration, and it's important to have a new type of communication with them.
Okay. Sanne, do you think you have the same opinion? And also, as you mentioned, you're facing some challenge as a young politician. Do you want to also share your opinion and your idea on this?
Yes, I hear from you that it's important to let people know what Europe is doing, because it's like a sinister superstructure. Europe is behaving in that way, but it's also the task of politicians to concretize what they are doing, like on the ban on light bulbs, for instance. So politicians say, well, it's Europe. We have a ban on these light bulbs. So that's the explanation they give to our people. But it's better to explain why Europe has this ban on light bulbs, because it's environmentally better for our people to have other things of lighting, to have this ban on light bulbs. So it's very important not to hide behind the European wall for our politicians, but to talk about what Europe is doing and to concretize what Europe is for young people.
So you think that the current political class is not really good at communicating with the citizen? Do you do it in a different way as young politician? Do you think you use some mediums better than them, or do you have any advice to give them?
Yeah, of course. The social network is an opportunity, and also another type of chatting as WhatsApp or another networks. So the contact with the people, the traditional contact, is important. But also we have to develop new communications models. So the social networks, to have a live video as we are doing now, to have a chatting online, we are talking with different people, people that are sharing their ideas, the public ideas. It's important to change the mind and to have a new vision of communication in political.
Yes, I think we are the new generation. We are Europe. We breathe Europe. I did the Erasmus program. A lot of my generation did it. So we are the first generation who is born and raised in this global Europe. And it's important to use also the modern communication tools. When I take some responsibilities of when I do something in my city, the first thing I do is communicate it with my people. It's very important. We have these tools to do it, not only the social media tools, because there are also people who want to read in a local newspaper. So it's very important to use every medium that is.
And to do engagement with people, with citizens. If I ask for people what thinks about something, I know that if I take a decision with all the people, this decision is more important for that people than if I only take alone this type of decision. So the participation to have in Alicante we have an APP to do surveys with citizens. So any mayor can ask for the citizens questions about a street, a new public building, what type of public building they need. So this type of question is important to attract people for politics from politicians. So we have another vision, the young elected people, and we can develop this type of new models.
I guess it might be more it's easier for a local politician to connect to people, and it would be interesting to have this kind of
to
tool.
quote Chamberlain, Europe is like a faraway country who is know very little, and that is Europe in this moment.
Yeah, and one can see it as a constraint or a challenge to take as well. Definitely. Maybe one more question. You are a young politician, but you are a woman. So I would like to know more about your experience as a woman, and if you have some experience with in your own commune in these regards, where women have the same percentage of participation in the political life, or if it's been difficult.
There was a very interesting debate this morning in the opening session. So there were a lot of women in the panel, which is very it's not normal, because normally men are presented. But I was a little bit surprised by the solution that some women give for the representation of women, like quota. That is, I don't understand why women are so keen on this quota. It's like I am elected because the people choose me to be the representative. Because I think they think I have the competence to do it, but not because I'm a woman who is on a list and then elected. So I am a bit angry with this type of statements, and that is the challenge I think we face. But it's true. I saw the. It's only 15% of the majors in Europe who are female. That is very little, so it's important to work on it. And I'm very looking forward to be one of the women to represent here in Europe, to be as a female major.
In Spain, we have a RAL 5 years ago to balance the gender in the public representation. So in blocks 4 or 5, in the first 5, almost 2 or 3 persons have to be women and the other men. So 2 or 3 are women or men. The second block of 5, the same. So almost the 50% of people, of the politicians in Spain nowadays are women or men. So we have a balance of gender. Nowadays we don't have this type of problems with the gender. I think this is a good role, a good decision that in other countries from the European Union has to take, and I invite to the rest of countries to take this type of decisions.
That was interesting, your take on quota. Tomorrow we're going to have another Facebook Live with five elected COR members, which are women, which are going to share their opinion on being a woman in politics. So we also invite you to stay tuned for tomorrow live. Maybe one more question, since I was as well at the panel today, and I was interested by what the only man in the panel said. There was that women are usually targeted by also their own colleagues, especially if you come from a more conservative party. So I would like to know whether you had some sort of experience, or whether what's the take of your colleagues, if they are supportive, or if you also actually might not want their support, because I mean, as a woman, you can do it by yourself, you know. So right.
But I think I got, for my party, the New Flemish Alliance, I got a lot of chances to do my thing in politics, not because I'm a woman, because I'm me. Of course they support me because we support all together, but it's not because I'm a woman that they support me more or less than other one. I don't feel a sort of discrimination, or it's normal.
And is there a message you would like to give to the politicians of today, or the people that are here today? We're going to have Barnier coming Maybe your country is not really, well, all countries in Europe are going to be affected by Brexit, but the coming speakers are going to be a bit more affected. But do you have any message you would like to give also to young people that wants to engage to politics, actually?
I have a very short message for all the young people, and that is to stay enthusiastic, because nowadays politics is very boring for some people, but it's so interesting, and it's not a problem to be sometimes a little bit naive. It's not a sin, but just be yourself and do it, because the politics need also young people.
So I think that we have to recuperate the trust from politicians. So and also to go into Europe with all the people and from the local governments, because we are the politicians that we are working near to the people, and we have to have the vision of a local politician in Europe.
Thanks a lot for your intakes, and I hope you're going to have a couple of nice days here in Bucharest, and find the right people to talk to continue your projects. And I'll release you to lunch, and I will get the other two speakers, the other two young politicians. So thanks a lot, and